humble mushroom. What can you do with a humble mushroom? Well, lots of things in fact. Many recipes, and there's many varieties of these little monkeys out there to choose from. But today we are going to make a Tuscan mushrooms, and this is a great vegetarian dish, and it also is a brilliant idea for a weeknight dinner because it's only going to take you 30 minutes to put this together. So over here on the stove I have a shallow flat bottomed casserole dish, and what we're going to do is we're going to get 60 grams of salted butter melted in there, ready to start cooking our mushrooms. And what I'll do is I'll put the recipe, or the ingredients rather, up here on the screen for you to take a look at while we get that butter melted. So let's get the heat under there. Throw in our butter. So let's get that butter melted, spread all evenly around the base of that pan. Watch you don't burn your fingers though, the pan's pretty hot. Okay, so you don't want this butter to burn, you just want it to melt, okay? Once it's all melted, what we're going to do, I'm going to use lazy garlic or shredded garlic, but you can just crush 2 cloves of garlic probably, put that into the butter and get that mixed in. So with our butter and garlic has been cooking now for a few minutes, okay, and it already smells nice and aromatic, we're going to throw in our 60 millilitres, or 60 grams rather, of tomato paste. And as you can see, that has already started to go a really nice red colour as the tomato paste mixes in to the butter and the garlic. It smells beautiful. Let that cook now for another 2 or 3 minutes. So there we are. At this stage, what we want to do now is we're going to add our mushrooms, okay, of 450 grams of mushrooms, which I did peel a little bit earlier, so they're nice and clean. And ready to go in to our butter, tomato paste and garlic. Just throw them in. Try and get them as well coated as you can. And then once they've been cooking for a few minutes, your tin of chopped tomatoes on top of that. So while those mushrooms are cooking away in that sauce, what we're going to need to do now is just to cut up a few of our cherry tomatoes. Going to have 100 grams of these little cherry tomatoes. So once those mushrooms are all nicely cooked in that sauce, we're going to add 15 millilitres of lemon juice. Get that all mixed into them. And then you need to add 25 grams, 25, 30 grams, depends how much you like really. You can add as much as you want, but I recommend about 25 grams of Parmesan cheese. So while that's cooking away, we've only got 2 ingredients left to add to this. One of them is some spinach. Okay, we've got some washed baby spinach here, and you know, in the recipe I think it says 375 grams, but this stuff's going to reduce by about half once you've thrown it into that. Okay, so I'm going to add 100 grams, a couple of handfuls, just to see how much you want in there. So basically put as much as you want in there, but I wouldn't put any more than 375. The other thing we're going to need, some double cream, some thick cream, okay? About 100 millilitres of that into that tomato and mushroom sauce. And there you go. Once you put your spinach in, as much as you want really, leave that to wilt for about 5 minutes or so. If you want to add some more, add some more. I put about 100 grams in. Let that wilt for about 5 minutes. Tuscan mushrooms ready to go.